I did try out the father and son bow design. Works really well. See, I got 4 tapered branches. Yeah. Branch stuck in there about the size of my thumb to separate them. Of course, I use honeysuckle vines. I have an atlatl here. See, there's a spike to catch the spear. Got these 2 branches here for handles. Of course, I hold it like this, and I hold the dart with these 2 fingers, or these 3 fingers. And as you can see, having those 2 branches right there gives me an excellent grip on the tool so I don't lose it. So let's take a few minutes to discuss the Atlatl and also the Atlatl dart. Some people just carry a good old Clint Eastwood like this weapon here. Cap and ball, black powder. That'll take care of all your hunting needs. The most important thing about an Atlatl dart is when it's launched, it should be long enough so that it flexes like this. It should have a heavy enough spearhead on the end of it that it causes it to want to flex, and it has to be long enough to do that, because when you launch it, it bends, and when it's released, it straightens out and it kind of moves through the air like this. And that bending motion like that is what gives the Atlatl dart its strength and its penetration power. And without that bending, you really don't have much of a tool. And when I said a heavy enough spearhead, I meant like this stone spearhead right here, or an iron spearhead like this one I got right here. Both of these need to be sharpened to really be useful. But this is what you need. And there's different shapes of these you can use. There's, you know, triangle shape, round, flat like this one here. However you decide to make yours. This is a stone wood splitting tool right here. It also resembles a cave bear. Okay, you got the eye right there, cheekbone, nose and all that. It's just half of a rock. It's completely flat on one side and thin. When you turn it to the face side, see, it resembles a bear. And I use this tool for splitting the ends of spears and stuff like that. And this is what this tool was used for originally. And when I found this, I started using it for the same thing too. If you don't have stone or metal or some other suitable spearhead to use, and you have to use wood, you can get a nice splinter like this and a hollow tree burl. This one came off of a pine tree, and you would just slide it through the end like that so you got a nice point, and mount your Atlatl dart to the end of it. Yeah, slide that right down inside of a piece of bamboo or whatever, however. See? Lash it on there nice and tight, and that gives you a really good spear point that has enough weight to it to really make a difference. Of all the different types of spearheads that I could use, I like the wooden ones the best, because they're just like sharp, razor sharp splinters. And even with the larger animals, when the penetration and strength that these have is just so much better than most other things. like, you know, a spearhead like this is hard to drive through an animal's hide, even if it weighs enough. But if you take a real slender splinter like this, it'll just pass right into the animal with little or no effort. And if you get enough weight behind this, this becomes a more formidable weapon than any of your stone or iron spearheads. So when I can, I always think splinters first, and then use them other things if I have to. And to ensure a nice straight flight for my Atlatl dart, I always use the two feather method of fletching it, because usually my Atlatl darts are between 6 and 11 feet long, depending on what I'm using for a spear point and what I'm hunting. The size of my feathers also has to be able to handle that length. And in this case I'm using turkey feathers, wild turkey feathers. It's the longest ones I can get. I'll leave them whole. I'll tie 2 of them on there. And that makes it fly nice and straight.